Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I feel more reflective tonight. Almost moved, so if I start to get choked up, so I'm amazed that there was a time when I thought I wasn't going to win the election, that I shouldn't be running, that no one would vote for me. And I'm brought to October 22nd, 2018, when I walked into this pub, hearing everybody cheering because I had won that election for Brampton Center, Ward 7 and 8. And I was told, "You made history." And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I made history. I'm the first Black woman elected to Brampton Council. And I said, "Well, Lord, you did it now. What am I going to do?" And I didn't know what I was expecting because I had never met anybody who'd been leading an election in Brampton. I had a friend who planted the seed in 2014 when she won her election, and she said, "You need to be at the table." But we always tell ourselves we can't do things, right? Unfortunately. But I said, there's certain things I want to do. I want an Emancipation Park in Brampton. And I want an Emancipation Park in Brampton because I had gone to Jamaica a number of times, and since seeing the beautiful Emancipation Park in Jamaica, and what it did to me when I walked in and saw the statues and saw the serenity and felt the serenity, I said, we need that in Brampton. We need that in Ontario, and especially Brampton, because Black African Caribbean people in the city of Brampton bought houses here, raised their families here, paid taxes here, but were never included in the growth and development of the city in a meaningful way. We didn't have places that were named after us. We didn't have spaces that were formal that we felt included. We just lived. And I said, I don't want our community to feel like all we are here for is to pay taxes and to go to work, come home. I want us to feel included, intentionally included in our city. And so I remember in the beginning, I would say things at speeches like, City Hall is your hall, to remind us that we helped build this place. The infrastructure in the ground, the parks, everything, we helped to build it. So we should be included in it. And so when the opportunity had come for me to move a motion, and I appreciate do it because I know you had the vision there. But in politics, you need somebody to actually usher it in. Right? So I moved the motion, and we were able to rename this park. And actually, I was given a number of different parks to choose from. But this one spoke to me because it's very large, but because there's soccer pitches and cricket pitches. And what is the sport that Caribbean play the most? And soccer, and football, right?
No, football.
See, and hence the debate, right? I said, this has got to be the park. And so we went through the process to have it renamed Emancipation Park. And I feel so honored because I said, next I want to make sure we have something that people can look at and know that it is Emancipation Park, except for the very frustratingly small sign. But here we are, and we're here because all of us deserve to be here. We're here because all of us need a space to be connected to. We're here because all of us have gone through struggles, through our ancestry, through struggles today, we need something that we can celebrate. And so it's truly an honor to be back here. And I want to thank, you know, the Brampton, city of Brampton, for their contribution in this. Now, I also want to challenge and encourage the city of Brampton to see the value in putting and working with the province to put hydro and water so that we can have this illuminated, so that we can have washrooms and we can eventually create a building or space, a center of excellence for our community. The opportunities are endless. And so as long as I'm here, you know, and I often say I made history again and I'm still alive because this is the first term in history that our government, PC government, has ever had Black representation. First time. And it's Patrice. Does anybody know the names? I always ask this question just to challenge everybody. Does anybody know the three? You work for me. Who knows the three Black people who were elected this term?
David, you, and that girl in Scarborough.
Patrice Barnes in Ajax, David Smith in Scarborough, and me here in Brampton. And I was appointed to cabinet in June 7th, I think it was. July 7th, I don't know, I can't remember, my brain. But I was appointed to cabinet as Minister for Women's Social and Economic Opportunities. And that makes me the first Black person ever appointed to a progressive conservative cabinet in the history of Ontario. So as long as I'm here, I'm going to keep pushing to see change and to make sure that our voices are counted and to make sure that beautiful art like this is erected and put up in spaces where we can celebrate. And so I have to say thank you to Quentin, to Kenesha, to all the artists from Sankofa, AstroSankofa, for this contribution. Like, DeWitt, you put it very well. Like, this is a great day. Wow, look at what we did in Brampton of all places. Look at what has happened. Look at what we did. And you know, this stuff is not easy, you know. There are people who don't want to see these things here, right? If you could only know the challenges. Well, but still, even the challenges to make this happen today. Hey, right? Sometimes it's important to keep us in the dark. It's insidious. So, but we're going to keep trucking on. And so I need to say thank you. I would love to give this to all of the members for AstroSankofa to come up here. Arts of Initiatives. Come on, Quentin. And Kenesha, because this is Kenesha, everybody. See vision? Thank you. So, Kenesha, AstroSankofa Arts Initiative.